All right. Welcome back, everyone. It's a new week. Fun things going on. Hope everyone's enjoyed this last week of Destiny 2 content and whatever other games you've been playing. I'm excited to see what the story is this week. With the heavy lore and storytelling that occurred during week 4 last week, with the cool cutscene with Saint 14 and the strong message of monsters presented to us by Mithrax. Let's see if Bungie keeps up this. Like if this week is up to par with what last week's story was, or if they're taking a little break. We'll have to see. Iron Banner is this week, so that'll be interesting to think about. Probably won't do anything on stream, but let's get started. Let's go talk to the Splicer servitor dude. And I forgot to silence my phone. You know I was forgetting something. It's been cool. I've been reading a lot with my clan. And it's actually encouraged me to get my other characters up to level. So, yeah. Alright, Mr. X, what you got for me?
I greet you in the light, my friend. There have been no more attacks from inside the walls.
Oh, that's good.
I spoke my heart words to all who would hear. We have no anger within us. We will not be led to violence, no matter how wide the path. We now must focus on the Vex. The machines do not stop to consider our situation, and neither should you. I can still improve your gauntlet, and your Splicer training must continue. Do not waste your energies on us. My Eliksni have been through much, but cruel words and thoughtless deeds will not break us. Let us continue our work.
That's a good opening message. Mithrax seems eager to get back to work dispelling the endless night and put the recent attacks on his people behind him. Cruel words and thoughtless deeds will not break us. We will not be led to violence no matter how wide the path. He tells you not to worry about him and his people, but to focus your attentions on continuing your Splicer training, improving your gauntlet, and collapsing the Vex networks. Does that mean these are going to be unlocked? Not yet? Okay. Grenade launcher, finishers, data. I didn't pick up the Vex fanatics. Hold up. Boop. Okay. Any messages? No? Lakshmi, you don't have anything to say? Good. I guess we should just jump right into it. What is it? The moon? Cool. Unstoppable and barrier? Huh? Got none of those. Because I don't have overload rounds for my hand cannon on this character. Yeah. So yeah, I've been reading a lot with my clanmates. In fact, my spoils of conquest, sorry. I'm at 207. That's crazy. I had like 20 before I joined this clan. I have cleared VOG so many times now. Deepstone Crypt I've cleared like twice still. Not that many times, but Spoils of Conquest, yes. I'm getting there. My goal is to get Anarchy. And by next week, next time you see me, the next video, next stream, I will have Anarchy. And it will be beautiful. I'll finally have that gun. Ooh.
Splicer glove is impressive, I admit. But if Guardian had 4 arms, we could do the same thing in half the time.
I can't imagine having 4 arms. That feels weird. Like, my lats are just feeling a little off right now just thinking about it. Having an extra pair of arms down there. Don't have a unstoppable.
Destroyed Vex yield a ripe source of data. Feed it into the terminal to crash the system.
These aren't Vex though, this is Hive. Silly Vex. So I've been going through the rest of my characters, like I said earlier, working on seasonal quests I missed. I finally got the Stasis Super for my Titan. Oh, I missed it. That would have stunned him. No! So I finally got the Stasis Super for my Titan. The Stasis nerf hurts. I definitely noticed that. But yeah, I've collected a lot of the data fragment crap that you use to upgrade your gauntlet, just because I've been doing a lot of those runs on my Titan trying to catch up with the story. Still need to work on my Hunter a bit more for that as well. But it's been nice to have multiple characters and just speed run through this content. Kind of going back to my old D1 days when I actually ran all 3 of my characters. Right now, I'm kind of exotic collecting, because my Warlock, I almost have 3 of every exotic armor piece. 1 for each, like, elemental type. All of them, most of them high stat armor. But on my Titan and my Hunter, I don't even have all the exotics for them yet. The only ones I'm missing now are, like, Lost Sector related ones, the ones you have to do the solo legend Lost Sectors for. Hopefully by the end of this week, I can have the time to grind them up to level and be at least comfortable enough with them to run those lost sectors and get that loot. Some of those exotics are really good. One thing I should probably do, and if I leave this part into the YouTube video, I'll definitely leave links. But my clan leader, Zarioth, has a Twitch and a YouTube channel. And he'll stream a lot of our clan sessions, so if I end up not recording, I definitely won't be streaming. But he will be streaming those sessions, and you can always check it out. Watch the content. The clan's really fun. You'll definitely enjoy watching them, and if I'm there, you'll see me playing with them. It's almost every night, at least every evening for me. It's like around 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for me. I've featured his channel on my Twitch, but I'll leave links to his YouTube and Twitch channels because he does dual streaming like I do.
Are trying to lock you out.
Everyone in that clan's a little more vulgar than me, so heads up for that. In case you're a little more sensitive to that. Which I don't think that many people on this side of YouTube are.
The vortex gathers energy, moving from potential to material. Your
Oh, we have one
splice
more.
nears completion.
I was ahead of myself.
The network bends to your will. It cannot resist for much longer.
Oh sweet, it hit him. Oh good. Just trying to maximize my well. Spawn in. Boop. Boop. Wait, have we already deposited the data spike? Or...
I can feel the Vex mind stirring. It is aware of your presence. Prepare for its violence. Complete the final unlock sequence to manifest the vortex.
Felt really bad for missing the Thursday stream, but I worked a 12-hour shift that day. And I didn't sleep well the night before, so the shift started at like 5 a.m. And I didn't get back till about 5 p.m. And with the stream, I tried to start around 5:30, but I'm not really too picky about the Thursday night start. I just was not up to playing Minecraft after that. So that's why there was no stream, and because of that there was no video on Friday because I didn't have time to edit anything. Did not feel like doing that either Thursday night. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the Portal video. The problem with my Let's Plays like those is they get close to no views, which is fine. But yeah, but the first part of the Portal game, which is apparently most of it, according to playtime that I looked up, I just was confused as to the whole premise. I was waiting for like a good spot to end and whatnot, and it was bad. But now today I think I can finish the game. If not, I'll stop around hour and a half, 2 hours. If the game lasts longer than that, then I'll just wait till next week to finish, even if it's a really short part. And just deal with it. Yeah, that's the plan for the rest of today and for the Portal series. Portal 1 is super short. I don't know what the length is for Portal 2. I'll definitely look that up ahead of time before I play it with you guys. Yeah, now that I know what I'm looking at, it should be easier. He died before I could even get a shot off.
Guardian. You and Mithrax make a good team.
My Korakel. I understand Eliksni are not the only species you work alongside. You found peace with Keitel of the Cabal, yes?
Peace is too strong a word. We made a mutual decision to turn our attention elsewhere.
And some warriors, like Saladin Commander, do not find joy in this. He finds no victory in peace.
It will take some time for Saladin to adjust. He'll come around.
That's true. Wait. Oh, okay. New expunge mission on Europa. Boom, Tartarus. The artifact of the Endless Night has routed programming directives deep within the Vex network to a terminus domain where old code and abandoned terraforming projects are eradicated. Destroy the oppressive mind and collapse that domain. Sounds like a deal. Let's see what this new expunge is like. I always think that armor set's called anal, but it's not. How do you pronounce that? It's part of like Black Armory, right? I can't find it.
Each trespass into this domain is easier for you than the last. I feel you moving through the Vex network as they do, as they are. You are no longer an invader. You are a part of the system.
Oh, that's good.
I hope that as you change this place, it is not also changing you.
Do you think that giant wall of firewall will no longer come after me then, if I'm part of the system? Oh, wait. I don't even know how I did that. That was impressive. I'm not even mad at that. I have somehow...
Another bird sweeps through the network. Be cautious.
I'm more... like, you couldn't ask me to replicate that in a million years. And yes, it looks like the firewall's coming. Boo! No one likes you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Too used to Titan jumping. Played a lot of Titan yesterday.
The guts of this dimension churn, digesting all within. This entire place seeks your end.
Oh, and the other places
You need
didn't?
to find a defense against the forces of eradication and entropy at work here.
So as I'm going to software engineering, I wish programming and computer networks and codes looked like this. Okay. So slow moving doors. It's always fun. I completely skip all of this. That's fun. What's this? Hack. Oh no! That scared me. Where's the last one? Okay, so I have a certain amount of time to complete that. It's good to know. So they're immune unless I have this debuff. Holy crap, there's 5 in this area? Okay, that's easy. Oh! No one saw that. I will edit that out. Alright, next area. How many do we got in here? Oh, we have enemies. Okay. Oh, that's a barrier champion over there. Hello. We will get rid of you. Perfect. So we can hack this now. And there is a second one somewhere. There you are. I'm trying to think. Tartarus. Isn't that some Greek? Isn't that like a Greek bull or something? Like a minotaur? I don't know why my game seems to be a little glitchy. Son of a gun. Hold up. Gun, stay still. There we go. Ah. Alright, give me security access. That was it. Just the one.
We have woken the oppressive mind. Destroy it.
I'm sure he's gonna have some protective bubble crap. I'm always impressed by my grenade shots. Like, I miss in some of the most glorious ways possible. Yep, bye. Destroy you. Destroy you. Destroy you. Saw a war mine cell. Boop. Boop. Oh, I destroyed one. Oh, I can shoot it from here. Sweet. Hello. Let me do this. Boop. Hello. Fanatics, probably? Nope, just harpies. Oh, I needed that. Okay. Well, let's go right first. Hello, Wall of Death. Oh no, why can't I access you? Ah, don't kill me. Okay. Oh, I probably have to kill the Minotaur that shields it first. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, I have plenty of heavy ammo. Oh no, he's there. Debuff. Debuff. And murder. Okay. Oh, I finally...
We succeed for a third time, and yet nothing has changed with the Endless Night. Why is that, Mithrax?
Each time the Guardian destroys a Vex mind in control of a domain, the remaining Vex carry the leftover burden.
And how many of these minds do you think are left to share that burden?
That is unclear.
Then we should focus our efforts on finding the central Vex mind guiding them. Osiris, how is that coming along?
Slowly. Lakshmi and Mithrax's splicers are diligently working with data the Guardian has recovered. But the Vex mind, at the source of the Endless Night, remains elusive.
We need to move quickly. The simulation is draining the city's energy. I won't stand by and watch our lightless civilians continue to suffer.
Ikora, I don't intend to let that happen.
We will work harder. We will find a way. The light provides.
Oof. I pronounced the... I'm calling what's their bucket? Oh, I have to go speak to Saint. Why'd I have to speak to Saint? I've been calling the Hydra mine that's been taken by Sabathun, like, Kira, but I think it's like Korea is its actual name. And that's kind of where all the lore enthusiasts are assuming is the central mind behind this Endless Night. So I'm starting to keep like older pieces of armor because I've realized I need to level up a few of my exotics. And every time I need them, I never have the armor pieces to level them up. So it's just been something I've been trying to keep an eye on. Holy crap. I have to complete the labyrinth in under 10 minutes. That makes sense. But I did complete... Oh, I have to do this like 15 times or whatever? Oh boy. What's required for Splicer? Pages, quests, gauntlet upgrades. Use weapons and you could defeat champions. Okay. That should be easy enough. Wait, was there a second page? Actually, okay, there's not. Oh, good. I might actually get the seal for this season. I've also been going through Presage more often, trying to get that step done. Okay, I almost called you Osiris. Saint. What you got for me?
I have thought much on Mithrax's story. We do monstrous things to fight monsters. It seems simple then. When the city first formed, Titans were the walls. We did not think of our enemies when we fought. We thought only of protecting our people. Survival until the next day, no matter how. To be seen as a terror, a destroyer. To know children tremble in fear at my name, and mourn what I have taken from them. This is not the Saint 14 I know. I can never forgive what the old houses did to us. But these are not the old houses. They are dead. What do we gain from more death? This lashing out against defenseless people. It is the act of a coward. Mithrax risked much to trust us. If his House of Light can forgive, perhaps we must try to see the fallen, Eliksni, as they see themselves. Or none of us will ever be anything but monsters. We must be more than the enemies of our enemies.
Yay! I'm glad that's the path Saint went with. Kind of Mithrax's, in a way, outburst, but his really blunt response to last week's drama. Saint 14 tells you that hearing Mithrax's story about how the Eliksni see him affected him deeply. To be seen as a terror, a destroyer. To know children tremble in fear at my name, and mourn what I have taken from them. This is not the Saint 14 I know. I can never forgive what the old houses did to us, but these are not the old houses. We must be more than the enemies of our enemies.
To be venerated, it is a strange feeling. I imagine you understand. Listen to your God.
I was like half paying attention to what Saint said just then. I'm glad Saint said something about everything that happened. Because last week I was waiting for him to say something, but Saint was just kind of speechless. So he had a week to think about it, and that's the conclusion he's come to, and I'm really happy with that. Because Saint is loved by the people of the city, and if Saint can forgive and support these fallen, this Eliksni House of Light, that might be a good turning point for a good amount of people of the city. Definitely not all of them, but I'd say a lot more would be swayed to his side. There's a message here. Please don't be Lakshmi too. I'm in a good mood. Don't throw Lakshmi at me right after Saint.
Eliksni
Oh,
of the
thank goodness.
House Light. Hear Mithrax now. I know many of you feared this place. You have seen death at the hands of the Guardians. It was right to expect death in their house. What I said, and say again, that if we help them, they will help us. And here we are, alive. It is true that some have attacked our new home. It is true that some try to share their hate with us. It is always so. But if Eliksni feel darkness inside, only look up to see the great machine, and know that House of Light is blessed.
We're all blessed to have such friends in dark times. Humanity will not allow these hateful and ignorant acts to define us. We will prove it by bringing those responsible to justice.
Walk the path of hardship with joy in your hearts. Be brave.
Good. That is a good message. And I like how Ikora chipped in with it as well, to kind of show the human support to Mithrax's global message.
I see you have overcome the Vex again. We are both doing what we must. I have not spoken with the Saint, but I believe hearing my story softened him somehow. I saw one of our young run across his path. The Saint raised a hand in greeting, and the hatchling recoiled and fled. The Saint watched it run. The reaction seemed to wound him reach out to this child. She acted out of fear and was unkind. She should know the image of the saint we use to chase evil is only a story. If we are to survive this long night, we must be able to see one another as what we truly are.
That's a really sad story. Well, I'm glad we hear that after hearing Saint's perspective, or like hearing his response. Mithrax tells you a story about seeing Saint 14 interact with a young Eliksni. The big titan raised a hand in greeting and seemed upset when the Eliksni recoiled and fled. He feels that telling Saint 14 about how the Eliksni see him has affected the titan, and he hopes that his words truly reached him. If we are to survive this long night, we must be able to see one another as we truly are, he says. Don't worry, Mithrax. You have. Definitely have. Also, I'm full on Ingrams. Let me open those real quick. Okay, come on. Okay.
I see you have overcome
He's
the
gonna
Vex
talk again.
again.
No, hold up. Hold up.
We are both doing
Stop it.
what we must.
There we go. Well, week 5. That's essentially it. That's the story for week 5. Not as long as last week's, but definitely carries over that emotional and I was gonna say mental, but I think it's just more of the emotional weight of last week. And I'm really glad they did that. It wasn't just like this one-off thing. This week's is a lot more hopeful. The last 2, maybe 3 weeks have just been horrible stories with Lakshmi involved and with stories of her coup, the sabotaging of the Eliksni, the murder of a few Eliksni who wandered the city. It's terrible. But this week has had a lot of good stories and messages. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I assume? So one thing we haven't been doing is reading the lore book. I mean, I could go through them now. I think Bive's gone over a few of those stories. And I know what some of them talk about and how the story's progressing in each page. I've never done it on stream. So let's see. That took, what, 40 minutes to get through all of that? Why don't we go through the story so far? And I'll try to incorporate the new pages week after week. And just kind of add this little part at the end of the video. You can always skip it if you want. Well, let's start. We'll start with page 1. We'll go to page 6. And then we'll just, move on from there. So, Beneath the Endless Night lore book, Under Dusk and Dawn. Chapter 1, Acceptance. I'm the most qualified for this. Crow's voice reverberated off the immense window, making the Vanguard commander's office feel even more cavernous than it was. At night, the edges of Zavala's office were usually dark, but the miasma of Vex energy that swirled in the city below made it more so. Crow sighed and paced in the gloom like a caged animal. Zavala faced the window and stood, unmoving. A statue carved of Larimar, depicting a test of infinite patience. He glanced over at Ikora, her hands gently clasped as she watched Crow with disquieted contemplation. We know, she said, after what felt like an eternity. But your expertise and relationship with the Eliksni aren't the only deciding factors here. Exactly how long am I going to be continually tried in a court of public opinion? Crow asked pointedly. And when in this trial will I be given a clear understanding of what I'm on trial for? Zavala regarded the awoken's reflection in the window. It reminded him of the near-fatal walk through the gardens not all that long ago. His shoulders sagged. Crow, Zavala said as he turned to face him. This is a delicate situation. The consensus has come down hard on us for welcoming the Eliksni into the city, and I can't have them using you as another bludgeon. So that's all this is. A political maneuver, Crow pushed. To protect yourselves? No hard feelings? Nothing behind the looks you give me when you don't think I'm not watching? Zavala stiffened, and Crow sensed the conversational temperature in the room change. This matter aside, if your past identity becomes public before we have a plan in place, it could cause considerable harm to you and to the people you care about, Ikora said evenly. People who have come to care about you, she added. For a long time no one spoke, and when Crow did, his voice was small. Then what? I keep hiding in the shadow of the man I was before, forever? Not forever, Ikora said firmly, but for now. Crow shifted his focus to Ikora and saw the hurt in her eyes. He'd seen it in Amanda's too, whenever she spoke of the dead. Without another word, he nodded and left. Ikora closed her eyes, and the breath she'd been holding slowly left her. He's going to Osiris, she warned. And Osiris is half the teacher he's shown himself to be. He'll tell him the same thing, Zavala said with great fatigue, finally sinking into his chair. In the momentary silence that settled between them, Ikora felt an unspoken reciprocation of their generations-old friendship. I don't know how long we can protect him, she confessed. Neither do I. So this was week 1. This book kind of explains why Crow isn't leading all of this, because that would have made the most sense, right? But even without reading this, I kind of understood why Crow was put on the sideline, and he even has like a voice announcement thing that he talks about kind of what happens here. So chapter 2, Fractures. Zavala stared at the terminal window until the words blurred together. He lowered his head and rubbed his eyes, trying to collect his thoughts. There were reports from hunters in the field, increased Vex activity across the system, coordinated attacks on Vanguard operations, anomalous disturbances within the city, all on top of Eliksni and human confrontation within the city walls. A buzzing hum bloomed to life over Zavala's shoulder, followed by the gentle weight of a ghost that came to settle there. Is this the best use of your time? Tarj wondered aloud, which elicited a look from the corner of Zavala's eye. Tarj rarely spoke, but when he did, there was always purpose. I don't recall asking for your opinion, Zavala said as he tried to refocus. I don't recall giving one. Zavala turned this time to give Tarj another look. You two can't keep doing the work of 3 people, Tarj insisted. Talk to Anna again. Zavala leaned back in his chair. Tarj, there's no way I'm going to convince. An alert chimed in the command console to his right. Incoming call from Empress Keitel, Tarj said wearily. Let it go to depot. Zavala stubbornly rose from his chair. No, he said, receiving the call. Keitel's Imperial seal appeared on the screen with a notice. Audio only. Empress Keitel, to what do I owe the pleasure? Zavala asked, tiredly scratching a hand over his stubble. Tarj watched for a moment before he dematerialized. Commander, Keitel greeted, her voice swelling to fill the room as if she were standing there. The fleet's long-range sensors detected a growing anomaly located in the vicinity of the last city. Why the sudden concern? Keitel snorted. I bear no concern, Commander, but if the Vanguard were suddenly annihilated, it would behoove me to at least be aware. Of course, Zavala said softly. Well, we're still here. For now. The leading edge in her tone hooked him. Why are you really calling? There was no response from the other side for a few moments. When Keitel spoke next, her tone was as measured as before, but lacked any performative airs. Lakshmi 2's latest broadcast to the city reached our fleet. You are truly a proud hawk standing in a nest of vipers, aren't you? Lakshmi is a politician. Words are the most dangerous of weapons, Commander, Keitel reminded him. It begins as whispering convictions, then fully voiced dissent. The next thing you know, you will wake with a knife driven into your chest. Spoken from experience, Zavala jabbed back. Spoken from experience, Keitel doubled down, unashamed. Lakshmi is undermining the Vanguard's authority by diminishing your role in the eyes of the people. Spoken loudly enough and often enough, her words might begin to make sense even to those who are not on the same mind. Zavala sighed, and Keitel felt its weight all the way across the system. I trust you to honor the terms of our armistice. I do not trust whoever your successor might be, Keitel warned. Zavala weighed anger and intrigue against one another, finding the scales a useless tool in arbitrating his response to the situation. He stepped back to the console and did as Cade might say. Just wing it. This is not the first threat to my authority I've weathered, Zavala said, his voice rising. So don't delude yourself into thinking otherwise, and don't you dare come at me for whatever remorse you might be feeling about deposing your father. Zavala heard the low rumble of appreciative vocalization over the speakers. I do not feel remorse because Callus was my father, Keitel explained, her tone softening. I feel remorse because of what Gaul did to my people. We opened the door for the hive, handed Zivo Arath a knife, and were surprised when we felt the kiss of steel in our spine. I hate to see a warrior I admire and respect do the same with a less worthy adversary, but perhaps you are not in need of such unsolicited counsel. Zavala looked up out of the lightless city beyond and closed his eyes. And what counsel is that? What Keitel said next was not in the voice of an empress, but a friend. Umun Arath was my most trusted counselor. The darkness has many hands. Will you recognize its caress before it finds your throat? By the way, English-wise, this quotation mark shouldn't be there. I got confused when I started reading this. I have not heard anything from this tab. Wow. This kind of solidifies the point I made last season about how the Cabal are going to be our friends. Like, sure, we're in a stalemate right now, and there are people who don't like the Cabal, and the Cabal don't really like us. But there are plenty of places in these lore books where having this isn't going to be just a stalemate. It's going to become an alliance and a friendship. So it's cool that, like, Keitel's reaching out to Zavala, being like, hey, we're noticing these things. And sure, she kind of came at it like, I don't trust your successor to keep your guardians away from my fleet. But that's not her main intention of reaching out to Zavala. She's concerned about him, concerned about the city, concerned about our people. So I think that's cool. That's a nice lore tab. Get a quick drink real quick. I'm also glad that Keitel recognizes Lakshmi and the viper she is. And calling Zavala out. It's like, why? Kick her out. Why are you allowing her to do this? Alright, chapter 3. Gifts from the shore. We know all about this one. Though the metal crate they were carrying likely weighed more than they did, the two Eliksni gave St. 14 a wide berth on their way to the Eliksni quarter. You see how they distrust, St. grumbled. By the way, this is before the monster cutscene, in case anyone's wondering. St. grumbled. Amanda Holliday scanned the crate into her datapad. The unexpected shipment of emergency supplies from the Tangled Shore nearly offloaded. Don't be such a sourpuss, she said lightly. Mixing with new folks good for the soul. I mix, objected Saint, but the Fallen, they do not enjoy my company, and I feel the same for them. Maybe that's exactly why Arkora picked you for this, Amanda said. Though Saint was fully helmeted, she could swear he rolled his eyes. Two more Eliksni came bearing another crate. One noticed Saint too late and stumbled, dropping the crate. Its security locks popped as it crashed to the ground. A young Eliksni wearing House of Light colors and a bright orange and blue Vanguard lanyard scampered over in distress. Saint sighed. "It is fine," he said to the Eliksni. "Spider probably sends more surplus from old House of Dusk. Knowing you carry supplies from our enemies is a great joke to him." He dragged the crate out of the hallway with one hand and knelt to repair the locks. As Amanda scanned the damaged crate, the young Eliksni came closer. He eyed Saint warily, then held up a sheaf of paper like a shield. "Manifest," he stated haltingly. "Thank you," Amanda said with an unforced brightness. She tapped her datapad. "I got it digitally." "You got it digitally," echoed the Eliksni. He fidgeted for a moment, then proudly held up the badge on his lanyard, which read, "Temporary." Amanda smiled. "What have you got there?" "Authorization for unloading of supplies from Tangled Shore. Of supplies sent from Spider," he said. He leaned in slowly, looking carefully at Saint and Amanda. "My gentlemen," he said slightly. Amanda snorted so abruptly that Saint fumbled with the lock, crushing it in his hands. Saint looked up. "Can you two not be quiet?" "Come on now," Amanda admonished Saint lightly. "I do not hear you practicing your Eliksni with this fella doing his best to bridge the gap." Amanda turned back to the Eliksni. "That ain't exactly right, but you speak our language pretty well," she said. "Thank you," answered the Eliksni, clearly eager for conversation. "Do all humans here serve Spider Kill?" "Serve Spider?" Amanda spat. "Spider's nothing but a..." And the 5 spirit awards that followed were replete with hard consonants. Eliksni froze, wary of her tone while not understanding her words. Amanda caught herself and took a breath. "Which is our way of saying he's a kind and generous individual," she said to Eliksni, who nodded along with her. "This lock has been ruined by distraction," Saint said as he rose to his feet. He removed the lid and looked inside, then lifted a loose coil of rubbery tubes. Servitor plugs, filters, ether circulators. Titan made a confused noise. "What's wrong?" "Oh, something wrong?" Amanda asked. "Not at all," mumbled Saint as he picked up a small golden cylinder trailing braided sapphire cords. "This rebreather alone is worth more than my ship." Amanda moved towards Saint and looked for herself. She recognized a few necessary survival items: condensed prefab ceramic plating, vapor distillers, generator couplings, but amongst the tubes and filters were otherworldly treasures. A nanomesh sphere filled with thick pink liquid, a chrome conduit splitter with entropic plating, a glimmering opal sparkling in a nest of delicate lavender sponges. "Hell is Spider playing at?" Amanda said to herself. She called over to Eliksni. "Are they all like this?" "Yes. Each one is very full of delights from our culture, from our home. We are very thanks." He cocked his head and clicked. "Thankful?" Amanda nodded. "Let me see that manifest," she said, taking the papers from the Eliksni. He nodded and rejoined the other workers. They will still need many of our resources to stay here," Saint said, as he carefully resealed the crate. "But this will make things easier. I'm surprised Spider is so generous, even to his own people." Amanda frowned at the manifest. "This doesn't make sense," she said. "There's a note at the top. Don't know what half this stuff is, but it's got to be good if Spider had it. It's all written by hand, and there aren't values for anything on here." Saint looked at the papers over Amanda's shoulder. "The crates came from Spider's storehouse," he said. "If he did not send them, who did?" "Look at this listing," Amanda continued. "The item says, best osmosis filters, hidden in his bottom drawer. This item is just a row of question marks. Here's one listed as a clock thing. This line says, noisy cube, smells bad, but everybody likes it. And what's with this signature?" Amanda squinted at the shape scrawled at the bottom of the form. "It's a ship?" she guessed, handing the paper to Saint. The Titan turned his head and looked at the drawing. "Ah!" he cried, slapping the paper on the back of his hand. "Look, his bird." Amanda looked again at the uneven charcoal lines and could just make out a wobbly black bird. She let out a long breath and shook her head. "Awful artist," she said. "But I guess he's an alright guy." And suddenly, she was smiling. This is a long chapter. Bife made a beautiful video talking about the story of all of this. And essentially what happened was Crow raided Spider's storeyard. He he stole from the Spider. And Bife compared him to Robin Hood. You know, the Spider, this rich and powerful king of this Kell over the Tangled Shore. And Crow, being used to be a nobody, now a guardian for the last city, went back knowing Spider had all these supplies and stole them all for House Light, who desperately needs them. Which not only helps the House of Light, but it will also help the people of the last city. Because these are less supplies we'd have to give them in terms of mechanical repairs and matter and tools and whatnot. Now I'm sure there's like food and ether and all that stuff as well, which, you know, that's less food we have to give to the Fallen. So it's cool. Yeah, I have read this one before and it's a very good story. Water break. Man, we're only halfway done. Chapter 4. Conspirators. Harak Jahal narrowed his eyes with impatience as Dead Orbit's head of logistics struggled to satisfactorily account for the faction supplied caches. The pair had been wandering around the massive hangar for an hour while an enormous ship was being loaded in the background. Jalal had seen the celestial disappearances and the encroachment of the Black Fleet as clear signs that Dead Orbit's final exodus must soon begin. He had ordered a redoubling of departure preparations, but found the faction's rank and file struggling to keep pace. Jalal cut off his subordinate's bumbling presentation. This is insufficient. Earth will soon be behind us, and Dead Orbit will have to survive on the supplies that we provide. His mild tone and half-lidded gaze underscored the gravity of his words. Supplies that you are in charge of tracking. You do understand that, don't you? A furious blush spread across the administrator's face. He bowed his head and scuttled away as Jalal crooked his head in annoyance. Behind him, a raspy voice floated up from the maze of towering crates. Leaving us so soon, Jalal? He turned to find Lakshmi too and Executor Hideo. The future war cult leader stood formally, hands clasped before her, while the head of New Monarchy browsed the shipping crates with casual interest. This is an impressive collection. I had no idea Dead Orbit was so well funded. Hideo gestured broadly to the crates. Jalal shrugged. It's a life's work, Hideo. Everything we'll need to re-see the human species elsewhere. You should join us. We're fine where we are, thank you, Lakshmi interjected. As a matter of fact, that's why we've come. Jalal bowed his head and gestured toward the hangar exit. The trio ambled outside. Hideo and I are concerned about the current Vanguard leadership. Lakshmi began carefully. Jalal allowed himself a mirthless chuckle. Yes, I've heard your open editorials. You're becoming quite the demagogue. I don't know what that word is. I never knew you held such strong feelings about the Fallen. If it's incitement to speak the truth, then so be it, Lakshmi fired back, sharper than intended. The Fallen have been a useful catalyst, but that doesn't mean we are wrong. Perhaps not about the Vanguard, Jalal replied, but the cult is hemorrhaging members, and I doubt it's your best and brightest remaining. Those who wish to leave are free to do so, Lakshmi said, with a pointed glance towards the Dead Orbit ship. We'll be stronger without them. Zavala and Ikora have been ineffective since the speaker died, Executor Hideo cut in. The disappearance of the planets caught them unprepared. They're allowing Guardians to use the darkness, and now they've cut a deal with the Cabal? It's just too much. We must have leadership whose point of view is more closely aligned to that of the people, Lakshmi said. And who do you propose exactly? Jalal stopped the trio at the corner of the broad thoroughfare, where the rumble of cargo movers masked their conversation. Saladin was our first choice, Hideo added with an ill-concealed smirk, but he's not as cutthroat as he seems. Appears the Iron Lord has a soft spot for Commander Zavala. Lakshmi gave Hideo a look, as though he had revealed too much. "We are now considering Saint 14, she said, pointedly bringing the conversation back to the present. Joel raised an eyebrow. "Who else is committed to your little coup?" "We have somebody in position of influence, someone who can ensure an orderly transfer of power," Lakshmi answered. "That person would have to be very clever indeed," Jalal said gravely. "For your sake, Ikora Ray is not a target to miss." The moment stretched as Jalal measured the situation. He had long considered what a change of leadership might mean for Dead Orbit, for the resettlement and survival of the human species, and as always, the allure of personal power. A position of eminence in a dying society was a constant temptation. So this is one of the lore cards that talks about Lakshmi's coup. You've heard me mention it a few times the past few weeks, and this is one of the things that kind of builds up on that. Again, that came from a video from Bife explaining these things. There's a few weapon lore cards that complement this, but yeah. Conspirators, it's the coup. It'll be interesting to see where this goes, who their person of influence is. And now with Saint and learning about monsters and the Fallen and whatnot, we'll see if he continues to be a worthy candidate for them. Because Saint is starting to see, like, you know, his quote, it's, "We need to be more than just the enemy of our enemies," right? Which is clearly what these faction leaders have that mindset of, is just, how can we let our enemies in here? All right, more water. I forget that reading these lore cards just dries out my throat like no other. All right, chapter 5. Oh, this is the sabotage from last week, right? 24 humans, their faces mostly covered with makeshift masks, slunk into the Batsa district under cover of darkness. Some were armed with weapons, though most carried workaday tools like crowbars and wrenches. They planned to infiltrate the Eliksni quarter and find evidence of aggression. If that failed, they would send a clear message that the House of Light was unwelcome in the last city. Knives tore into batters, noxious fumes filled the air, paint cans rattled, the hum of the machinery around them disguised the work of their labor, while hushed voices conferred in terse, conspiratorial tones. "I think this is their food," a young woman whispered to her male companion while warily looking over her shoulder. She didn't see anyone as they crouched by a large ether tank, but she imagined the Eliksni crowded together in a nearby building. Did they even sleep? "Here, give me a hand with this," her companion said, pointing to what he guessed was a control panel. Together they pried the faceplate off, revealing a mess of whirring beneath. They shared a furtive glance and began pulling out wires by the fistful, hands shaky, their blood pounding in their ears. A low whistle like a bird call fluted through the night air. When they looked up, a hunter stood over them only a few paces away, his face shadowed by a cowl. He held his hand cannon at hip level, aimed straight at them. Their co-conspirators, drawn by the sound, gathered in their periphery, mentally calculating their chances. Not a single one liked the odds. Even those who came armed expected to fight the Fallen. Not a guardian. The hunter called out in a half whisper, "I don't want any trouble." The woman stood frozen as the young man beside her moved toward the hunter, his jaw set. "No," his companion hissed. "Are you crazy?" She grabbed his arm to hold him behind the ruined ether tank, but he wrenched free. The young man stepped slowly toward the hunter. "You're on the wrong side of this thing," he started. The hunter pulled back on his hand cannon's hammer with an audible click. "I don't think I am," he replied. Unwillingly to test the hunter's mettle, the young man called over his shoulder, "Let's go." The hunter narrowed his eyes. He watched as the young man slinked past him and spat at his feet. Something old and terrible rose up inside the hunter. It took all of his focus to steady his hand. The conspirators peeled away from their hiding places one by one, disappearing into the dark. Some hissed choice insults and dispersions at the hunter under their breath, though none dared to look at him. In just a few minutes, the block was deserted except for the hunter, who stood alone in the street until his ghost complied over his shoulder. It chirped with concern. You wouldn't really have shot them, right? The hunter hesitated as he holstered his weapon. They needed to know I was serious, Glint. But you weren't, his ghost insisted. Wordlessly, the hunter began making his way through the destruction. Someone would sound the alarm soon. He didn't want to be there when they did. Tell me you weren't serious, his ghost said again, lagging behind. Were you? So I've also made a video on this. I just realized he's probably made a video on most of these. But the destruction of the fallen camp could have been a lot worse had Crow not been there to at least stop this part of the group from causing further harm and destruction. And the question Glint gives him at the very end, like, you weren't really going to shoot them, right? Is a very interesting one because Crow loves the fallen. Even in his past life, he has lived with fallen more than humans. And although, I guess technically he's an awoken, but although he is one of us, the Eliksni are more of his people than the last city are to him. And since he's a guardian and these people know it, even though they don't know it's the reincarnation of Uldren Sov, who they definitely know, they do see him as their guardian, their protector, their warriors. But yeah, no, that's a very interesting question. I think he would have shot them. I don't think he would have killed them, but Crow definitely would have fought back. Had those people attacked and tried to overwhelm Crow and continue on their sabotaging, Crow would have stopped them by any means necessary, killing if he had to. Although I don't think that first shot he would have made a deathly blow, probably just like to the leg or something, right? But yeah, big things. All right, the newest lore card, the one that I don't know about and none of you have know about, unless you're watching this like a week from now and you've already watched like Bice's video or Mylan Games video. Chapter 6, Understanding. Ikora Rey strode into the future war cult headquarters. It had the air of a church, hushed and reverent, but the air of sanctity was undercut by the intrusion of Vex technology. Wires climbed like vines across the ceiling, and the air was filled with the faint smell of ozone. In the middle of the room, reclining on a seat reminiscent of both throne and operating table, was Lakshmi too. Her face was obscured by a helmet that connected to the mess of wiring above. Studious cultists shuffled about with their heads bowed, glancing suspiciously at Ikora. As the warlock advanced, a cultist held up a single finger, commanding both silence and patience. Ikora's eyes narrowed. The cultist whispered into a small microphone next to the device. Its subaudible hum had been inconspicuous, but once it powered down, the quiet felt overwhelming to Ikora. Lakshmi sat in response, presumably orienting herself in the current timeline. Leave us, she said without opening her eyes. We'll resume at 1425. Her subordinates filtered from the room, looking past Ikora as if she were invisible. Lakshmi finally opened her eyes and fixed them on the warlock. I assume you're here to bargain? I'm not. Ikora's tone was calm and cold. I'm here to issue a warning of my own. Warn me? Lakshmi laughed, her voice thin. If you have any further incidents on account of your incitement, I will personally find a remote, icy moon to leave you on. Lakshmi tutted. Only small minds classify prophecy as provocation. She stood up and smoothed her garments. Certainly in the face of the unknown is the provenance of zealots. Ikora eyed the device. And the insane. This isn't a debate. And yet you are still here. Come, Ikora, you've not seen what I have. Lakshmi gestured to the device. The Batsa district under assault for a second time. Saint 14 pinned down by gunfire. And you. She trailed off, screaming for help over the comms. How many of your prophecies have gone unfulfilled, Lakshmi? Ikora snapped. I wish you could hear yourself. How afraid you sound. All those years sundering under Osiris, and you're still so naive, Lakshmi replied. Ikora's anger flared. She advanced on the cult leader. Cut the BS or suffer the consequences. Understand? Undaunted, Lakshmi's artificial eyes shone bright. Understood. Ikora stepped back and let her anger pass out of her with a sigh. Then we're done here. She turned on her heels and strode out. As she left, Ikora wondered whose prophecy she had just fulfilled, Lakshmi's or her own. Oof. This is what I was waiting for last week. All last week, I'm like, Ikora, I hope you put a bullet through Lakshmi's brain. Makes me happy that Ikora went to Lakshmi's personal, in her quarters or whatever, and just threatened her. Because it's true. It's like, Lakshmi's like, you haven't seen what I've seen, but the problem with the device, and again, Bife goes into detail with this, is you see so many different timelines. There are so many possible things. The Vex complication of just their time travel type technology, right? They're seeing into the future, prediction machines, all this stuff. The Vex are so much better at it. And when a human sees into the future, they go insane. Our minds can't process all the possible futures and realities. The Vex engine isn't perfect. It has possibilities. It calculates the possibility of certain events happening, and in the past those possibilities can branch down. And those are infinite amounts. It's like a spider webbing tree, or a fractal. I think that's the word for it, like a fractal. But since Lakshmi is a exo, her brain isn't quite the same as a human brain, and exos have Vex technology in them, which is why she is one of the few people in Future Oracle who can actually use the device. Why she's in a position of power. She's one of the few that can actually survive using the thing, so that she's their leader, she's their prophet. But only one prophecy has ever come true that Lakshmi has seen, and that's the Red War. That was the only thing that's worked. And she has seen millions of different prophecies and stuff, and that is the only one that's come to pass. And Bife goes into this more, but one of the features Lakshmi sees is the Fallen fighting and the last city falling. But she also sees the Vanguard getting upturned, Lakshmi being put into the seat of power, her fighting off the Fallen, getting rid of them, being crowned a hero by the people, and just obtaining all this personal power. And Bife and a lot of people, me included now, believe that's the future she's trying to aim towards. That's why she keeps looking at the device. She's looking to see what she needs to do in our current timeline to make this probability, this probable future happen. So, and then the question down here is perfect for Ikora, because she has studied with Osiris. She is not naive. That's why she wonders whose prophecy she had just fulfilled, Lakshmi's or her own. That's a good lore card. Not really in line with what happened this week, but it's definitely a good follow-up from last week. It kind of explains why we didn't hear from... Did we talk to Ikora? No, we didn't talk to Ikora this week. That's why we didn't hear from either of them this week. So, cool. That took a while. That was like 35 minutes. I don't know how I'm going to cut that down. That's kind of its own thing on its own. Maybe I'll make that its own video and shove that sometime during the week, not on a normal rotation. But who knows? I don't know how I'm going to break all these videos down. But in case I do make I don't know. I'll make an outro. Thank you guys so much for watching this, or in this case, reading this. Hope you're enjoying the season so far. There is a lot of great political messages and just moral stories and dilemmas and dramas in this that really relates to real world applications. As I mentioned in past videos, I'm not going to go into that. But if you use your brain, even just a hair, you can figure out where those implications are for yourselves, for any part of the world. But it's going to be exciting to see how things pan out. It looks like we have 4 more pages left in this book. It'll be exciting to see what happens. Will Lakshmi overturn the Vanguard? Will the cults get kicked out? Right? What's going to happen with Lakshmi? What's going to happen with the House of Light? Is this Vex simulation going to end, or is this going to lead to a downfall of the city for Witch Queen? Who knows? I'm excited to keep reading. We will continue these at the end of every part from here on out, so it won't take as long as this video. This is kind of like we'll catch up. I still don't know how this video is going to go. You'll know when you watch it, whether I edit this into its own separate video or at the end of my weekly videos that I make for the resets. But again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. All right, I need water. So I have no clue what to do. So because this Thursday I'm working another 12-hour shift, I'm not sure if I'm going to stream afterwards. We'll just have to see how things go between now and then. Because if I don't stream on Thursday, that means I'm down another video. Unless I cut this one in half, but not sure if I will. Maybe. I'd have to make an outro for and an intro for both of these, which is fine, but anyways. What should we do? I do need more water though. So let's go ahead and hit a break here, see if we're going to do a little more Destiny 2 stuff, or if I'm going to switch over to Portal. So I'll be right back, you guys. Where's the mute? All right. Oh, all right. Done with all that. So I'm gonna move over to Portal. If we finish that early, then I can either see about starting at Portal 2. But I'm more than likely going to be raiding tonight with the clan because it's the weekly reset, right? What the crap is everyone talking about? Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're raiding tonight. I'm down for the raid. And IB tonight. So we'll do that. I'll try to record those sessions and get those edited out and whatnot. Probably have that released by Monday. Which means I don't have to be too stressed about streaming on Thursday if I don't need to. Speaking of all that, Minecraft's been gone for a while, and I apologize for that. But there's not much I can do because of time-wise. Maybe we can do some Minecraft later today instead of starting up Portal 2, right? Anyways, let's switch over to all of that. I have to switch Twitch. YouTube I can't really switch, but yeah. While editing part 1, I forgot how loud this game is. I'm definitely turning it down when we load in. So you enjoy this music for just a second. I am going to say hi to my puppy. She wants to come and say hi. Is this working? Yeah, okay. Options, audio. Turn you down even more, turn you down even more. Maybe. Not quite that low. Okay. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of Portal. Hopefully the finale. I've been saying this is the finale. The playtime I looked up online said it's about 3 hours. And I did 2 hours in part 1, so I mean, that gives me plenty of room to work with, right? To finish this game. So we'll load the game. I assume it's this one. And let's get into it. Again, I apologize for part 1. I kind of got a little antsy at the end there. But now we're okay. That's right, I don't know where I'm going. I remember now. I'm supposed to figure that out. Yeah. Okay, just so I'm not getting mixed up there. I was supposed to come up at least into this area. I move so slow. I assume I have to go up there. One thing I don't know is... is there a way to get up there from here? Oh, spun too fast. Okay, well, I'm back at the bottom. Hold up. Here's what I'm going to do. And then when I land here, I'll hit the portal again and see if that launches me even further up. Alright. Ooh! Put me there. Oh. Constantly aim down. What the? Holy smokes. I don't know what I'm doing. Here, let me look at the inside the fan again. Nope, there's nothing there. Cause all this has white behind it. You don't, but I can't exactly. Maybe if I launch myself up through there? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Yep, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Well, we made it out of that. Like this? Okay. We're making progress. Gosh, I spent so long at the end of last time. I was so frustrated. I need to remember that I can launch myself high in the air. Hello? Oh, that's the buttons. Why do you have an observation room for this area? There's nothing here. No. Okay. Well. Ah. It's her. So this is so I don't bring anything. Like if I somehow was bringing a box from since the beginning.
Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. Maybe you could settle for that and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind. It's a mystery I'll solve later. By myself. Because you'll be dead. Where are you taking that thing?
I'm gonna take it wherever this blue line
I
is.
wouldn't bother with that thing. My guess is that touching it will just make your life even worse, somehow. I don't want to tell you your business, but if it were me, I'd leave that thing alone. Do you think I'm trying to trick you with reverse psychology? I mean, seriously now.
I have to use a portal. Duh. Why am I walking everywhere?
Okay, fine. Do touch it. Pick it up and just stuff it back into me.
That's what she said.
Let's be honest. Neither one of us knows what that thing does. You're kidding me. Did you just stuff that aperture science thing we don't know what it does into an aperture science emergency intelligence incinerator?
Yes.
That has got to be the dumbest thing that... Whoa.
Smoother, more seductive, less computerized.
News. I figured out what that thing you just incinerated did. It was a morality core they installed after I flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin to make me stop flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters. Oh, that core may have had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket. Trust me, it'll be a lot less painful than a neurotoxin. Alright, keep doing whatever it is you think you're doing. Killing you and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive. The rocket really is the way to go. That thing you burned up isn't important to me. It's the fluid catalytic cracking unit. It made shoes for orphans. Nice job breaking it, hero. What did I ever do to you? The difference between us is that I can feel pain. You don't even care, do you?
No, I don't. What am I supposed to do here now?
Did you hear me? I said you don't care. Are you listening?
There we go.
That's it. I'm done reasoning with you. Starting now, there's going to be a lot less conversation and a lot more killing.
What's wrong with your legs? Where are we going? Are you coming back? Oh hey, do you smell something burning?
You think you're doing some damage?
2 + 2 is...
In base 4, I'm fine. I let
Yes, but you're...
behavior. Well, you've managed to destroy that part of me. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to now, I can't get the neurotoxin into your head any faster. I'd just like to point out that you were given every opportunity to succeed. There was even going to be a party for you. A big party that all your friends were invited to. I invited your best friend, the companion cube. Of course, he couldn't.
Oh, this is
come
gonna be the
because you
shortest part
murdered
ever.
him. All your
This is
other
gonna be,
friends
what,
were
like 10 minutes?
because you don't have
Oh
any
my
other
gosh.
friends because of how unlikable you are. It says so right here in your personnel file. Unlikable. Neurotoxin. So deadly. Joking.
Kidding.
Okay.
The deadly was in massive sark. I could take a bath in this stuff, put it on cereal, rub it right into my eyes. Honestly, it's not deadly at all.
To me...
Oof.
You, on the other hand, are going to find its deadliness a lot less funny.
Okay. I need to...
Who's gonna make the cake when I'm gone? You
Got it.
You're wasting your time.
Oh, she's an angry girl. Oh, look at you.
Point anyway. Survival. Well then, the last thing you want
Gosh,
to
this
do
is
is
like
hurt me.
5 minutes.
I have your
Are you
bed
kidding me?
And permanently backed up in case something terrible happens to you.
I'm upset that I pretty much played the entire game and stopped. I might re-upload the video.
Including this thing.
You're not smart. You're not a scientist.
You're not a doctor. You're not even a full-time employee. Where did your life go so wrong? Are you trying to escape? Things have changed. There's not any
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm getting sucked. I'm getting sucked. Oh no. I don't want impromptu sucking. Have I just been sucked to death? Fresh air. Freedom. Am I dead?
Thank you for assuming the potty air submission position.
Uh-oh. I'm being dragged away. Am I dead? Was that the bad ending? Are there multiple endings in this game? What is happening? What the crap? It's the cake. Why is everyone turning on? What the crap?
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me,
What is happening?
to pieces, and threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of data, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive.
I wonder if I'm gonna get DMCA'd for this, or at least like copyright claimed. That was a good song.
Leave me. I think I prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke, haha, that chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look up there, it makes me glad I'm not you.
Adorable. There we go. Now I have cake. That is a very interesting looking cake, to be quite frank with you. Maybe I'll get some cheesecake later today. Call up some friends. See if they want to get some cake. That'd be fun. I'm going to do that right now. I have a friend of mine. I haven't seen them in a while. This is not an ad for Cheesecake Factory, but it's the only place I can think of that actually makes good cake. Alright. Probably won't happen because they're very busy. Alright, let's look at bonus maps. So we have challenges and advanced chambers. So I can import bonus maps. I can't read any of this. Hold up. Oh, the chambers have been twisted to be more advanced. And the test chambers have extra layer of gold-based puzzles. Huh. I guess we might as well try this because this video will be like 10 seconds long anyways. And this means I don't have to take down my old video, paste this all together, re-upload it. Yeah. So part 2, finale, plus bonus maps. Let's try this. So test 13. Okay, sure. Let's try this. Apparently we've already done this one? What is this? Apparently the floor is goo. This is chapter 13. Am I supposed to have had a box? Wow. It's like instant. How does this look? Alright, this is a good way to determine. I think this is an even worse spot. Nope. Yeah, that was even worse. Alright, let's try that again. So I only have this angle to work with. How does that look? Got it. Sweet. Oh, I need to put it there. Okay. Perfect. So that gets that moving. Well, actually, I should probably do this, huh? Oh no, I missed. Please be checkpoint. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Nope. There you go. More. Is it supposed to be on that dot? It is. Okay. Okay. And then I just gotta jump down when I see the box. Boop. I don't think I can make that jump. I could chuck it over there, but that won't do me any good. This is interesting. Let's see. Nope. Oh gosh darn it, I gotta get back over here. Nope. 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 Okay, so I can kind of row across, which means with the box, I should actually be okay to just carry it over, right? So once we get over to that side, I'll try to rush towards the black box there. So that way I can teleport myself over to there to open up the door. Okay. Woo! That worked. Oh, what the... Shoot. I missed. I didn't throw it right. Oh, this is annoying. This is just a bad checkpoint. Okay. Alright, that works. Then I need to somehow... And then I can easily just put portal there, boom. I think me learning that I can actually swim through the goop was the game changer. Had I not known that, I would have been so lost. Okay, got that done. I guess we should do all 6 of these, or attempt to, and call that good. Then I'll probably be done with this game. So level 14. Oh shoot, it's this one. Oh, I don't like this one. That didn't work. No, wrong way. Uh-oh. Hold up. We gotta move. Okay. There we go. I just had to get my orientation and bearing correct. So we needed to do that to get the box. And then what I need to do is probably put a portal there. Because remember, I was gonna like juggle this thing when I realized I could just not. What is that, blue? Okay. And then honestly, it's just a waiting game after this. Just waiting for it to shoot a new one. Got it. Easy peasy. I remember this level. What was different? What was the difference between that one and the last one? Because surely there was a difference, right? Okay, what's this? Oh, do I have to just like hurl myself? Shoot. I should have done the orange one. Oh gosh, that's not it. Okay. So orange on top, blue on bottom. What the? Okay, why am I... Oh, freak. I keep moving. This is just bad timing. What? I missed. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. This corner. That corner. As tucked in as possible. Son of a gun. Oh my gosh, I suck at this. Oh, I missed. I missed. Oh, hold up. Too much speed. How? How? Why is it when I... Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. More than you could possibly realize. There we go. Oh. Okay, so... I mean, this is... Oh, shoot, that's right. It resets your portals when you do that. I was too early. What am I doing? So, there. I gotta wait for it to pass. Then hurry over to there. I missed! Please don't break. Dang it. I missed. But that's essentially what I need to do. I have to use these rectangles as guides. Okay. Okay. So there and there. Then there and there. Yeah. I am smart. Everyone bow down to my Asian superior intelligence. I can beat a 2007 old puzzle game. What's this again? What was here? Am I supposed to launch myself somehow? Maybe? Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll drop in here. Orange goes here. Whoop! That's not nearly far enough, huh? Because I... It's close. Oh, stop it. Okay. So you kind of see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to put the wall up really high here. The portal, so I can get a good drop. And then quickly, very quickly, I'm hitting it too close. Okay. Oh no! Stop it! Oh shoot! Shoot! Stop it! No! Oh my gosh, my brain hurts.
To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities.
Shut up! I didn't mean to.
Not destroy vital testing apparatus.
Okay. One last try. We got this. We got this. So that's the ceiling. Oh no! I had that. I had that so hard. I was disoriented. But that's enough power. It's enough juice to accomplish this. Oh wait, what am I doing? Okay. Ready? Maybe I have to go in this way. Maybe that'll help. Just so I don't get so lost and confused. Which means down is this way. Son of a gun. That was it. That's it. Why is that not enough power? Okay. Got it. Alright, I have to somehow launch myself over there now. I completely forgot about this. There we go. I don't even know how that's possible. Oh, please make it, please make it, please make it. Oh, it was so close. Because if it goes... Wait. I think I got it. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. That makes zero sense. How does that angle even work? That's a perfect V. So all logic says... Oops. Please don't make me do that all over again. No. I don't understand the physics of what I was dealing with over there. I love old Portal sounds. I don't know how the new ones sound. I'm excited to hear them though. You think there's that much of a difference between the two? So I just finished the base game of it. Never played this game before. So I'm going through the advanced challenges right now. Just not getting the right amount of force. Yeah, I never played Portal 2. I plan on it though. I can't get back over this wall. Oh. Idiot. Okay. It is amazing. How long is Portal 2? Like, compared to this game? Because this game was really short. So just slightly longer? Okay. I just wasn't expecting Portal to be only about 2.5, 3 hours long. Just for like a normal playthrough. I think it's probably because my Portal isn't straight. Maybe that's messing me up. Let's see. 40 plus tests. Oof. I'll have to find someone to see if I can do the co-op part, because I know there's like a single player campaign and then like co-op challenges. I can beat Portal. Well, yeah, you already know all the challenges. Dang it, I missed that. My eyes. Okay. I'm getting too much air. Okay. before I bust my brain over trying to get over this wall again. No, I did not save after going over the wall. I just assumed a checkpoint would appear, and I was wrong. Because I got killed by the ball over there trying to work out the second part of this puzzle. Come on. I'll be sure to save next time I get over this wall, though. Yes. Okay, safe. You're not sure if that's the way? Well, it's the way I did. So I'm trying to think. So I open that up there. No. No, that's not gonna hit. 'Cause I don't understand these angles at all. Did that work? Holy crap, that worked. Oh, wrong one. Stop it. Somehow the bounces worked. Okay. Now this fun game. Nah, it's too late. I got impatient. Got it. Alright. Okay. But I can't. Oh, hold up. I see. How's the story in Portal 1? There's not really a story. It's you go through these tests, and at the end you try. What's her name? Gladys or whatever tries to kill you, and then you have to jump off the incinerator train, and then you just go through more puzzles that look like the boiler room and the inner pipings of the facility until you reach her chamber. Then you just make her shoot herself, and boom, game over. There's not much story development. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry, okay. Oh my gosh. That was really close. Having those down was interesting. If what you're saying about Portal 2 is true about there being a lot more story development, I'm excited for that because I love games with story. So, I was a little sad when I saw this game kind of had no story. In fact, I played about 2 hours of this last week, just thinking I was going through all of. But you should remember all of this. All of this will be expanded. Oh, for sure. I mean, let's be honest. There's not much to remember here. Yeah, I'll definitely try to remember all of this to better understand things. Is an unbreakable turret. I can't even get past you.
Deploying. Target lost. Hello. Searching. Good night. Goodbye. Hello. Activated. Are you still there?
So I'm assuming all of these turrets.
Activated. Are you still there?
Okay. But by the looks of it, they can't really go sideways, luckily.
Would you come over here? Who's there?
Oh, you can't go sideways. Okay. Well. By the way, fun fact, in Portal 1, all the characters voiced by one woman. You know, that doesn't surprise me, considering the fact there's, what, 2 voices? The turrets and Gladys. Does that make sense? Can I put a portal on top? I can. Oh yeah, duh. And all the cores. I forgot about them.
Goodbye. There you are. Sentry mode activated.
Oh, they can't shoot each other. Okay. Shoot, I might be trapped here. Did I save? I don't think I did. Oh no, it'll probably just restart me at the beginning of the level.
Who's there? Are you still there?
Man, you can't just run through the bullets.
Hibernating.
Oh, good. You're the worst. Okay.
There you are.
It didn't hit me on the last one.
Don't shoot. Deploying. Searching. Good night. Sentry mode activated.
It's not gonna do much.
Hello. Are you still there? Hibernating. Sleep mode activated. Would you come over here? Activated. You are searching.
Okay.
Good night. Hello. Activated. Will you come over here? Who's Keep flying. Searching. Sentry mode activated. Searching. There we go.
I want all these boxes. Okay.
Who's there? Target lost. Vibrating. Are you still there? Activated. Are you still there? Good. Who's there? Is anyone there?
Okay, good. That box is saving me. Kind of.
Hello. Deploying.
Run! No!
Who's there?
No! I made it! Dang it! Oh gosh. Okay, this is where it saved me. I should have saved right before that run and just pray to RNG I can make it. Okay.
Sentry mode active. Target lost. Deploying. Activated. Searching. Are you still there?
It's rough that I can't kill any of the turrets. This is definitely an advanced challenge.
There we go. Target lost.
Okay.
Good night.
So I want...
Hello.
Ow, stop it. Eh. Actually, no, not that box. Let's grab this box all the way down here, and let's see if I can shove it over. Get some physics working on my side. Is that open? Holy crap, it is. Oh no! Should have saved right before that. I forgot to save again. No!
Vibrating. Would you come over here? Target lost. Are you still there? Target
Alright, so
lost.
long as I say crouch, those two boxes will do just fine. Radio. Boop. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do next. Alright. I'm just gonna make a wall of boxes that I slowly inch my way over. Is it lame? Yes, entirely. But let's see if it works. Alright. Have all of these boxes. Here's what I can do. Put a box there. Oh, no. So I'm just tall enough to crouch behind these things, and none of the guns can kill me. Boop. so we'll do that. Look how many boxes I have. I have plenty of boxes to work with here. Boop. This is going to be a very slow and tedious process. I somehow made a 2-minute boss fight, which would have been its own video. Last probably a good hour and a half now. You can't see me. Hello. Don't mind me. Oops.
Deploying. Are you still there?
I have to be careful now.
Would you come over here? Hello. Deploying. Searching. Good night.
Okay. This is so stupid. Is this why they give you all the boxes? You like make your own portable cover?
Activated. Are you still there?
I had just enough boxes to cover all that, so now we have to go to the back of the line.
There you are.
Ow.
Are you still there? Who's there?
I can easily do that, which is easy peasy. I don't have to go all the way to the wall.
Activated. It's me. Hello.
Ouch.
Are you still there?
I sound like go crouch.
Hibernating. Searching. Deploying. Are you still there? Activated. See you.
No, you don't.
Get lost. Hello. Goodbye.
Alright, with these I can pull back. Start walling myself in.
Searching. There you go. Stop shooting. Activated. Hello.
Ooh. Alright, I can use this box too. Okay. So this leaves me with how many boxes?
Hello.
4 boxes I can now use?
Target lost.
Yeah, no, like
There
5
you
boxes.
are. Target lost.
Okay,
See you.
we're just...
Hibernating. Sleep mode. Sentry mode activated. Searching. Goodbye. Is anyone there?
Oh no, hold up.
Activated.
Ow.
Hello.
Wait, crouch, crouch. Crouch. Gosh. Crouch.
Good sleep mode activated. Hello. Would you come over here?
Come on,
Searching.
come on. Open the stupid door. Physics, help me.
Are you still there? Goodbye. Target lost. Hello.
there one behind me too? Oh my gosh.
Sentry mode activated. Sleep mode activated. Is anyone there? Searching. Stop shooting! Hey, it's me!
Can they still see me?
It's me! Don't shoot!
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Son of a gun. No! Okay, I'm done. I didn't save, I was lost. I thought that was the end of the round. But no, there's still more rooms and just BS. Oh my gosh, it's so stupid. Turrets are locked in cages. Companion cube is now a ball and activated. The catchers is more complicated. Oh, the fact that it's a ball is really annoying. And the ceiling is metal, and the ball launcher has been removed. The whole point of the ball launcher was to get rid of the turrets. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm kind of done. Before I get too frustrated and pissed at all of this. That's essentially Portal. Right? Is there like a home page I can go to? No? Okay. Nope. That's Portal 1. Hope you guys enjoyed watching my playthrough of that. Again, the first part, had I known that was pretty much the entire game, it would have been a lot easier. I was just getting frustrated at some of the puzzles and not knowing when the end was. And without any story, I felt like I was pointlessly going through things. But now I understand the game. When I start Portal 2, it'll be a lot easier. I also know it's going to be a little shorter too, so it'll be exciting. Hope you enjoyed me going through some of these advanced challenges. I could spend more time on this, but I just don't want to. I'm going to be at this for probably another hour or so and just be insanely frustrated. But I'm glad that the part 2 of this wasn't as short as it was going to be. I was able to extend it a little longer with these challenges. Thanks for people who hopped into the chat, talk about Portal. It's a fun game. I enjoyed it. And we'll start Portal 2 next week. Yeah. We'll start it next week if we have the time. If we don't get caught up with other games and things happening. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Cool. We'll save and quit. Bam. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do. I should just end the stream here and now. Let's see. Just writing notes for the streams we've had and the videos I've made. Cool. This is just so I don't end up making content and forgetting about it or uploading it twice or whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to play right now. I could work on some other things, but I'll probably just end the stream there. It's, by the sounds of it, in my clan chat for Destiny 2, we will be hopping on tonight to go through just the weekly raids and play some Iron Banner to get those pinnacles. And I'm not too into the loot drop for Iron Banner, although a lot of it is good and I should. But I'll just go in it for the pinnacles, play with the clan. It'll be streamed over on Zerioth's channel, which is linked on my Twitch. I don't know how to do it on YouTube, but just on recommended channels on my Twitch page. You can find him there. And he has links to his YouTube channels and stuff like that. You can go through. Yeah, we'll do that there. I'll try to record it and edit that down for you guys, just so I have that extra content. Because it's fun. You don't see me playing with other people too often. If ever. And doing things with other people is a lot more fun than doing it solo. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the stream today. We had some good content, spent some good time together. I will try to be there on Thursday. Just depends on how tired I am after my super long shift. But if I don't see you Thursday, I will definitely see you on Tuesday. And just keep an eye out for extra videos and whatnot. So thank you so much.